All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Good to see you. Just making sure I'm coming in loud and clear and all of that good stuff. So, thank you so much for joining me. Just trying to get some things squared away here. Excuse me. And yeah, so today is all about Adobe Express. So this is going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be, yeah, a little bit of a double intro. Sorry about that. I should probably fix that in Wirecast. It does have a tendency to loop if you have it set to loop. So maybe put that on hold. But in general, my name is Paul Trani. We're going to dive into this Adobe Express Masterclass for creative pros. All right. So it's all about, there we go. I think I got it. Being able to create quickly, right? So let me just share my screen really fast. Here we are. I'm going to use Adobe Express. The big question is like, if you know Photoshop and Illustrator, why would you use say Adobe Express? And the answer is speed, right? Because if I'm tasked with I don't know, creating an Instagram story every day on top of my current workload, I probably want to use Express because it's going to be faster. Or if I have a friend that has a band and they're playing next weekend, I could knock them out a quick flyer or poster or logo. And that's what we're going to do today. I thought it would be really fun to get these random requests like we do as designers. Do you guys ever get this type of stuff? Like people need a logo or they started an Etsy store or a friend started a band. So that's what's going on here. Help, man, I started a band and we already have a gig at Herman's Hideaway in October 3rd. Can you make me a logo, poster, album cover, flyer? Please. Oh, and I also need a band name, right? Which is the most crazy request that I could think of, with a tight deadline. That doesn't pay, let's be honest. Like you're doing this for a friend or a relative. You want to be able to help out these people. You want to be able to like support nonprofits and things like that that are not high on the priority scale. So how can you still say yes to these projects while it not and not have it take a lot of time, right? So anyways, I just thought that would be kind of fun to do something like this. And what we have here is a band name generator. So yes, we're going to start out for free for, starting with the name. And also in chat and wherever you may be, by the way, I see you, Michelle Motan as well. Hello. Wherever you may be, like, let me know if you guys maybe you guys are in a band or were in a band. Let me know. I'd love to hear about that. I'm not musically inclined. Honestly, I just don't play music. Like I don't know how to play any instruments or anything. But obviously, I'm like a big fan of music and stuff like that. And if you don't like music, it's like, are you human? Do you not have a pulse? Do you not have a heart? You know. But right in here, we could just generate some names. Let's generate band names, and I'll grab some from here. You guys feel free. The toasted shrimps. Okay, so I'll write some of these down. Toasted. I don't even know if that's a band name or if you're just having lunch. I don't know. Reverb Mike can whistle. That's fantastic. Andrew's in the house. What's up, buddy? So let me know if you have any band names or if you're in a band or anything like that. I'm looking at some of these. None of these are jumping out at me, so let's generate some more band names and just see if anything. Fate Complex, I like that. Fate Complex could be cool. So Toasted Shrimps, Fate Complex. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. By the way, if we check that, so we could say, hey, we like this, the Enlightenment Whip. Yeah, why not? Generate band names. Nurse Revolver. I like Nurse Revolver, so we'll take that one too. Why not? But this is, the process. you know. How did Empty Atlas? Ooh, Empty Atlas is kind of cool. Empty Atlas. I kind of like that, Empty Atlas. This is cool just for like a punk band name. Lard. I absolutely love it. Lard. Lush pile in the carpets. Oh, how fascinating. Sleep Juliet. Cool. Into it. So, you know, and this is like a number of bands have actually used band name generators. That's like, you know, how Donald Glover came up with Childish Gambino, as they were just playing with something like this. And that's how you got the name Childish Gambino, which is, you know, fun trivia. All right. Tipper alias, Wales Poles. The Monarch Gallows. I kind of like that too. All right, cool. We got some cool names. I'm leaning toward short names are easy to work with. Things that, you know, this is what you want. You want things, if you're coming up with a name, this goes for any brand, whether it's a band name or whatever. It's like, is it taken? Is it easily, can you easily spell it? Yeah, and when I say is it taken, is the URL available? Is it available on all the different social media platforms? So the more unique it is, the better off it is. But if it's 2 words like Empty Atlas, chances are that's available, and everybody knows how to spell those 2 words. So that's why I think this overkill beret, overkill beret, haha, Whiskey Tango. Oh, Whiskey Tango has to be a band name. It's almost too good to not be a band name. Well, there is Whiskey Tango Foxtrot in Denver. I actually ate there like 3 nights ago. Well, you know, I ordered in, but they make some fantastic, like, fried chicken. All right, Tequila Blues. All right, we're going to have some fun here. All right, cool. I think I do want to go with Empty Atlas right now. We could always change it later, but let's like frequency separation. Oh, Andrew, that's a great one too. Let's see. Okay, let's go with Empty Atlas right now, courtesy of Wade. So we'll jump in here. Again, the setup. Hey, I have a band. Oh, we don't have a band name. Can you make me... can you give me a band name, and can you give me a logo and all that fun stuff? I could start in other apps, but again, this is just for my cousin. You know what? And his band, I don't know if they're going to make it. Either way, I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to click logo, and we're just going to not a Sister Chicken. Oh, it kind of reminds me of Sister Christian, but I love Sister Chicken. Oh, come on now. Sister Chicken. Oh, man, that is too good. Oh, I love it. Sister Chicken. Oh, it's a real band. Never mind. Maybe we won't use it. I'm so sorry. That's why it's so good. Doom Polka. Bleeding Papers. Oh, it's a Friends band. Hey, let's do it. Is that okay? Let's do that, Wade. So we'll still stick with Empty Atlas. It's a Friends band. Let's see. And maybe you could send it to them. But all I did is just started with logo, and then off to the side, you could sort by or search by, say, music. You can see music right here. So I'm making a music logo, and this is what I have to start with, right? And again, hopefully that works. Jif and the Choosy Mothers. Empty Atlas. We're going to do Empty Atlas. And we're going to avoid cliches, because when you think Atlas, you're going to think of the Earth. Do we really want to put the Earth in here? So let's pretend Empty Atlas is like, kind of like, you know, they're going to be like Portishead. I don't actually, you tell me what they're like. What is Empty Atlas like? Right? But I'm thinking something like they make they make contemporary, like spacious alternative rock. I just, you know, Portishead comes to mind for me. So we can kind of go off of any of these. I like this. Jams, right? Let's take that. Select the template that you want. This is just jams. We're going to replace that with empty atlas. Atlas. There we go. Empty atlas. This already looks really good, by the way. So I'm into it. Indirect object. Ooh, you know what? Let's make a play on words. Let's do this. We could pretend that it's a graphic designer's band. So maybe it's empty atlas, or we have like something like the mood boards. So they're like kind of a designer band. You guys into that? I kind of like it. Or the mastheads or something. Alabaster mule. Stop it already. Okay, empty atlas. Or the, what is it? The full bleeds. The full bleeds. You know, like full bleed. You guys get it, right? No fixed address. It's good stuff. I would want to start a band just so I can make the album color and all that, album cover and all that stuff. So the mood boards is cute. Okay, cool. Do you guys like the full bleeds? So either, yeah, we'll just start here. Is that okay? We want to add additional shapes to it. By the way, all of this is sort of changeable. Since this is a template that I've grabbed, you know, I want to change this template. So I can go to, I can change the colors. I can change these shapes, right? We can ungroup them. You can see you just have some different shapes there. We can find some more. I might do burst, you know, and grab like this burst right here. So we'll drop that in. Boom. Here's this fun little burst that we can put in the background. Okay. Here are all my layer stacks, right? I can bring this to the back. This is for Creative Pros, by the way. What's the shortcut for moving things up and down a layer stack? It's Command, open bracket, close bracket. So your shortcut keys that you're used to for panning and zooming and moving layers around work here as well. So it is all good. So we drop that back there like so. You get the idea. Okay. You know, that's not bad. I can change the color as you could well imagine. Oh, imagine that. The unknown errors. Oh. Oh. So good. But I want to remix the whole color theme. So off to the side, you can go to colors. This is my current color scheme, which is kind of awesome. But right down here, we could say, hey, you know, let's try these bold colors. Click, and then we'll shuffle through like different options. This is starting to look like sort of like 50s diner-ish is kind of the problem I'm getting with this, just so you know. Let's turn off that fill for one. But that's all I'm doing, sorting through different colors and trying different colors as well. Definitely, I'm getting way too many. This isn't nearly as cool as I want it to be. It just isn't, you know? Because the colors are really what was winning about this design. What's not winning are the outlines. So even though you're using a template, it's going to take a designer to determine what to keep, what to take away, things like that. Right? Because right in here, what happened? These shapes got outlined, right? I'm not crazy about that. I think that it cheapens the design, makes it look like 70s style. I'm not into it. Turn off that border, maybe swap out the color. And since I picked that new color palette, remember that gold color palette, here it is right in here. So if I decide I want to change this to, you know, a different color, I can do that. Click there, go into the fill, do that. Okay. Ooh, it even gives me the right suggested color. Oh, that's amazing. All right. So I really need to kind of mix this up some more. Let's even try this palette. You guys know I like pink, so that's a thing. All right, but it needs more with it. So I'm going to drop a photo in the background. I'm selecting the background and we'll choose image. The kernel panics. Yes, thank you. You're exactly right. Peter Bex. Peter, you nailed it. The stars are old-fashioned. So you as a designer, you kind of need to determine, hey, maybe I don't need those, right? Do I need to simplify it? And my thought was to choose an image that's kind of a fun, airy, dramatic, sort of cosmic. Let's type in cosmic just to see what we get. Again, I'm thinking like Portishead spacious, you know, type of band, but I'm totally guessing here. And let's go to any one of these. So by the way, this is the biggest news I have for you. You guys, the pant tones. That's funny. When you click on these images, like, do you know what doesn't happen when I click on these? If I click on this image here, guess what doesn't happen? You don't get the watermark, right? It doesn't ask you for credits and you don't have enough. It gets licensed in the background. So as a Creative Cloud, if you have a Creative Cloud membership, you have access to all these photos and you can license all of them as part of your membership, which is awesome. Like, that's just huge, right? That happens in the background. I don't think we realize how awesome that is. So there we go. The full bleeds, we're getting more into the spacious look. There are some blend modes and things that we can do with this font, just so you know. Maybe there's not a lot I can do in here, but you know, let's kind of switch this up some. Let's drop a shape behind it. Okay, so we'll drop a shape behind it. It could be a circle, square. You know, you name it, right? We can grab any one of these things, you know, and just try some different stuff, if you will, right? Frames, all that good stuff. I think it just does need to be in probably just a square, something like this. But notice how the square will like travel with it and just makes it nice and neat. I can also make this much bigger, like so, and then jump over here to mask text. Boom. Now we have that masked. Maybe I want to get rid of that. Maybe this is like nice and big, like so, the full bleeds. Just playing with some ideas, just so you know. Right, and we could still jump in, maybe change that color, right? It's an idea, okay? But again, I'm actually kind of leaning more into like this looking like an album cover and less like a logo. So I got a little carried away. That happens. The full bleeds. All right, just save that project out real fast. Let's go to all my projects. Yeah, they're all going to look the same. I'm working on some stuff. There's that. I was actually duplicating this. I already had the idea for the mood boards, so this is something else I was working on. But I like the full bleeds. So let's go with this. Let's rename this. Full bleeds logo. Okay, let's jump into it. I just made a copy, just so you know. Let's delete that background. We will make the background color white because we need to work on the logo for the full bleeds. So I got a little carried away there. Let's make our logo. All right, so this is what I would like to do. Ooh, geez. Since the band is called the Full Bleeds, we could start to swap out the font, by the way. So we can go through, what, 20,000 fonts in here. I personally think something clean will look good, right? And I can kind of sort through these other options, right? But I think, honestly, what I had in there was actually looking pretty good. What I did want to show you is right down here. Oh, font recommendations. Give me some font recommendations for this particular font. So right in here, I can click this one, this bold one. This one gets kind of hard to read, but is not bad. Look at that, right? Cool. Maybe I like this. Okay, maybe this is working well for me. Check this out. I can say, hey, you know, maybe I want to go with this one. I can add multiple pages. So let's duplicate this page. And now here's page 2. So now I have idea 1 and then idea number 2. So for the second idea, I can pick like some different fonts if I want to. Right? Something like that. Let's explore more. Let's see what we got. I like this font too, nice and bold. Give me similar fonts. It gives me multiple similar fonts that are all just should be slight variations, even though it doesn't look like it's changing very much. It does not look like it's changing that much. Anyways. So font recommendations just kind of makes it easy for you. If you pick a template, by the way, Peter and Mike and everybody, like if you pick like a modern template, it's going to know that that's a modern template, and based on the template and the fonts, it will recommend something modern. Typically is how it's supposed to work. All right. I personally like something like this. Let's actually go to Restore Heavy. There we go. We can go to something like this, nice and big. I thought it would be kind of fun to take something like this and add some additional shapes. We'll throw just this rectangle in here. We'll just change it to white. And then we'll just use this to kind of cut off part of this shape. We'll do something like this. Like that. Take this. What's going to happen if you do Command D in Illustrator? What's Command D? It's going to duplicate. What's going to happen in here? Command D, it duplicates, right? So a lot of those same options are available to you. Same shortcuts, I should say. I don't know. I was thinking something kind of like that. Oh, we could flip through the magic text button. Yeah, we could do that. I'm game. So we'll cut this a little bit like so. And maybe we'll even chop this off some more. People are going to get that this says the full bleeds. All right, so yeah, not bad. Let's duplicate this one. Right over here, duplicate page, boom. Jump in here. And we'll remove that. Like Sean says, we can kind of go through. What do you mean by magic text? I assume you mean this. These guys, right? Magic text. Because there are these ones. Like we can curve this around. I'm into that. The full bleeds. I kind of like that. Thoughts? This is the thing. As a designer, you're like, what's the point in putting this like in a circle, right? What's the point? What does that have to do with anything? I don't know. What is it? I don't know. Is it if it was the vortexes, then I can see this. So you don't want to be too literal with things. Like I'm not going to make this text bleed. That's just like, it's almost like too easy in my opinion. But just have a reason for why you do things. Like this, the full bleeds. This gets really hard to read, to be honest with you. Yeah, we just have different options. Heck, you know what? Let's actually just turn this off completely. You're probably wondering how to turn it off. Right over here, just click one of these other formats, right? And we could take this, again, Command D. Boom. Do that. Separate these out. Duplicate. bleeds. This is even better because I have more control. To really have these lines kind of melt one into the next. And I still love the idea of chopping off parts. Let me know how you guys use the shuffle. Okay, what am I? Oh, I gotta take a look at that again. Good thing we have multiple pages where I can kind of go back to that version, by the way. But like this is maybe a little bit more interesting. Here's another pro tip. What's the shortcut key for duplicating if you want to just drag? If you hold down the Option key and drag, oh, thank you very much, it will duplicate as well. We all know that from Illustrator. That works in Express as well. All right. Oh, yeah, thank you, Sean. Oh, I just read your comment. Thank you, Sean. Option and drag will duplicate as well. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad we're all on the same page. But it's fun trying these things because, to be honest with you, I've never done that before now. And I'm like, this should probably work. Yep, it works. That's so nice. I can't do this because this starts to look like an R. So we'll just go back to where this was, where we kind of chop it off like this. I don't know, just some ideas. Let's go back and view all of them. We can see them right here. Oh, let's duplicate this once more, right? Oh, I probably didn't want to duplicate that one, so we'll delete it. We'll go back. I want to go to this first one and duplicate it. And we'll go into it, right in here. And I saw you can click on main style plus to have more control. Yes, you can. So let's do that really fast. Let's actually change this font just to something like easier to read. But so within here, I can press this plus button and I can start to highlight, say, this letter. If I don't want to highlight this letter, I can drag this down to the second line, like so. And what we're doing is we're highlighting this. Let's see what happens if I add a shape. Boom! Oh, that's magical. That's like next level as well. Totally into that. In this case, I want to actually change this to white and then change this to black. Something kind of like that. And this is still one text block. So yeah, good call. Yeah, this is okay. The nice thing about this, let's take a look. If I change this font, you know, it changes it for all those scenarios. The highlight and everything. Not bad, not bad. Fun, funky, you know. I still think it needs to be clean or like futuristic or geometric or something like that. It just needs to be clean. All right. Yeah, that's okay. It's kind of uninspired. You guys like Salamander? Let's take this one again. Let's duplicate it. I've already gone for 30 minutes. I don't have the logo done yet. Let's delete that. Let's delete that. Let's take this text. Let's like bend it. It's not bend it. It's just like rotate it. Like just get a little bit more interesting with this. You know, is it like that simple? Is this the right font? You know, that is kind of the question. Boom, boom. Just trying different ideas. Let's grab this first one again, since that's just our block type. And I've been locked in with a clean font, but you know what? Let's just take a look at maybe some brush text and turn off magic, the magic resorting, and capitalize some of these letters. And just go through it. What are your thoughts? Make it pop. Yeah, we got to make it pop, man. That's what I'm saying. You know what? And the logo, it isn't about just like picking a font, right? That's kind of what we're doing now. I want to do one more, by the way. Let's change this to, again, clean. What else we got? I want something like really fat. Extra bold. Let's grab a shape. Give me more shapes. You know, really, I just want a circle. Boom, boom, send it to the back. Make it larger. Put it right there. Turn off the border. Make the fill black. Make the text white. And then make it bigger. Adjust the lines, the spacing right in here. Like so. Letter spacing is already set to 0. Let's see if we can do -10. Okay, won't quite let me do that. So, yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, so I like something like this. I'm going to take this, I'm going to duplicate this one, and we're going to make a color version. So select this. We're going to go into fill. But this is what I want to do. I want to put a color splash behind it. We can go with the solid color right in here, right? Throw that in there. Sure, you get how that looks. I'm actually going to, I'm going to do you one better. Let's check this out. I'm going to maybe delete this. Do I want to delete it? What I want to do is I want to search. I want to drop in a photo, and this is going to be abstract. All right, we can go back to some of these just cool color splashes. Something that kind of says, maybe it kind of says bleed like this. We'll drop this image in here. Right? So this is what I want. Right over here, notice how I can crop it, and more specifically, I can crop it into a shape. So we'll click right there, and that's just a cool shape that I want to go with. Something like that. Click done. There it is. Let's move that down with our shortcut keys. There we go. Something like that. The full bleeds. It's still a little bright. But the thing is I can always replace it. So I don't need to go through that same process. If I pick a new photo, I'll just click replace, and we'll just find something that's like a little bit darker, like this one. Selecting that. Oh yeah, that's more like it, right? The text still is not the correct text, but you know, I need to adjust it. So let's go in and go into crop and shape, and increase the size of this like that. Maybe rotate it a little bit, right? Do something kind of like that. And now let's change the font just because I just have to. This is not the right font. You guys need to call me out on this. I want something similar. Again, font recommendations. I get it. I love picking out fonts and stuff. But again, I need to do this for my cousin, for instance. Let's actually change the color real fast. And, oh, it is not giving me, oh, there we go. Now they're loading in. Ooh, maybe like this. Will that work? Done. There we go. We made the logo. The full bleeds. We did it. I think we nailed it, guys. Congratulations, we did it. The full bleeds. It's a cool logo, right? That's pretty sweet. Okay, some things that you cannot do in Adobe Express is you can't, actually, let me just double check. Let me select this text. You can't crop, right? I can't crop one shape with another shape and stuff like that. So if you ever do reach limitations, by the way, that's when you could always take this file and download it as a PDF. So start download. So notice how I used Adobe Express just to do my quick concepting. We have, you know, however, oop, I just duplicated that one. We have, you know, these quick concepts that we've created. I'm downloading that file now. I downloaded it as a PDF. There it is. Oop. And we can open that up in Illustrator. So here we are. So if you run into any jams or anything, you can say, hey, you know what? Can I just use Illustrator, right, to make what I need, right? So right in here, we kind of have this issue. We want to take this circle. Boop. There it is. Let's release clipping mask. Because I really just want this circle right here. Boom. There we are. Let's take this, take this text. You know, do little tweaks like meld this together a little bit more. Maybe bring this in a little bit. Maybe bring in this B a little bit more. Shoot, even, you know, ungroup it, whatever. But basically what I want to do is I want to cut out the extra. I want to cut this stuff out. Copy. Put that beneath everything. Move that over. Let's just try this. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. You get the idea. Move that back over. Right, so I'm just using Illustrator to do some things that, you know, maybe I can't do too well in Express. If you get yourself in a jam, it's all good. I'm going to jump into Photoshop now, too. File, new. Paste this in. Paste this as layers. Right? Actually, let's see what happens when I paste this on as layers. Vector mask. Gives me all those folders. I have clip groups and all that good stuff. Let's just go ahead and merge layers. And merge group. Apply vector mask. Da, da. Shaba, shaba. Invert. There we go. That's what I wanted. So this is what I wanted. I wanted to just cut that out. So if I change the background, you know, we could see the inside there. So you guys get the idea. I had to knock out that shape, but there we go. Okay, cool. You guys get the idea. We're done. Okay, we got it. We got it done. So let's make a couple different versions. Let's make, this is our logo color .png. Command J to jump. You know, we'll make our logo white .png. So this one, of course, we'll just throw a color overlay that's going to be white. There's my white version, right? See that? White version. And then lastly, Command J, logo black. Boom. Black version, of course. We'll change that color. Boom, 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 ja-boom. Ara, zara. Did it. Okay. Hopefully this is all making sense. Again, this is a master class. You just rename it .png, .jpeg, .gif. You go to File, you go to Generate Image Assets. First, let me save this file in a, you know, on my desktop, sure. We'll call it logo. Right, save it to my logo, saving it to my desktop, turning on image assets. It starts generating those image assets. I'll rush out to my desktop. We can see here's my logo assets, and this is what was just generated. Boom, boom, boom. Cool, we have our logos. How's everybody doing? I have not looked in chat for a moment. Rukasana, how you doing? Just typing in letters. Oh, yeah, you can. By the way, Camille, sorry I missed this probably from 20 minutes ago. I'm so sorry. You can change the sizes as well. So right in here, and we'll probably do that. Like, yeah, we could totally do that. But yeah, let's just go back home. Yeah, why not? So this is cool. I didn't even need to. First off, I need to check my desktop because I have 2 different Creative Cloud libraries. Okay, cool. This is another thing I could have done. I made JPEGs. I didn't really need to do that. I could have just made these. I could go to my libraries panel, make a new library called The Full Bleeds, and start dropping all my assets in here. So I didn't really need to export them out, but The Full Bleeds, like that. Created our library, and then let's drop that in there. Boom. 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 Oh, they're not turned on. Oops. Let's go in there. Let's turn it on. Save, close. There it is. You do turn it on and then save it. So there's all my logos and stuff like that. So that's syncing. We can see it syncing right down here, syncing that library. And notice how over here in libraries, we'll see my library and The Full Bleeds is right here. Oh, I didn't need to export a JPEG and do all that jazz. Or ping file. All I need to do is go to, ooh, I want to make a poster actually. I mean, yeah, sure. Let's make a flyer. Why not? A poster, a flyer, they're very similar. To your question, Camille, who's asking this earlier, I'll just kind of pick a solid color. Here's just a poster size. If you go off to the side here, resize. So this is currently a letter size. So it's 8.5 by 11. But I can change this to 11 by 17. So I'll probably, you know, start with something and add to it. Let's go over here, down here, libraries. There we are, The Full Bleeds, bam. Jump in there, view all those assets. Oh, there's my logo. We'll drop that right in here. As you can see, there it is. And then we can start adding some text and some imagery and stuff like that. Let's do... What should abstract? Abstract? Am I spelling that right? S-T-R-A-C-T. Okay. So back in here, kind of drop in, you know, some trippy image, right? We're gonna like rotate it around, make it larger, make it smaller, adjust accordingly like that, the full bleeds. And then actually add some text. I'll just click on some of this text right here just to drop something in really fast. Maybe make this a little bit larger. And start to change this. Playing at Herman's Hideaway. This actually is a place in Denver. It's a venue for small bands. Herman's Hideaway, October. Ooh. Let's do OCT 3, 7 p.m. All ages. I don't know, something like that. There we go. We want something to stand out. Hey, let's throw that shape behind it. Let's make this black. Boom. Something like that. Cool, easy enough. This is our, did we do at Herman's Hideaway? At Herman's Hideaway. There we go. Here's our poster. Down here, we'll go ahead and duplicate this page. We could see these two pages now. We'll take this second one and we're going to resize it for Instagram because they're like, okay, we need to kind of push this out to Instagram as well. So he could make an Instagram post, which is that size that I'm selecting right now. So we have our poster, our Instagram post. We'll duplicate this one again. And for this one, we will make it... first off, I don't know what Instagram landscape is. Is that the header at the top? I'm not sure. But if we want to have a Facebook post, we can click, notice how that changes, right? So I could leave it like this. Things do adjust, but I can start to orient this differently if I want to, like I'm doing right now. Actually, let's kind of have this hug the bottom because this is for, what did I say? This is more of a Twitter sort of format. And you know what? Let's swap out the background too. Let's throw something fun and new in there. Why not? Bingo. There we are. Boom, boom, boom. Making assets. Instagram does have the best lunch photos. Herman's Hideaway. So yeah, is all this making sense? Let's go back to the original request. Cousin's like, hey, I need this. I need a logo, a poster, album cover, flyer. We did some of that. We did some let's save this. Some social media posts, but we'll do all assets. Can be in one file. But let's go back home because I also want to show you this really fast. I like being able to kind of scroll down here. You'll see posters, right? Logos, just to give you ideas, flyers, book covers. Here's album covers. This is really cool. So I could view all the album covers just to kind of see. Like, this is just a good place to kind of brainstorm and see, what might be kind of neat for this band. Oh. Loving it. Wrong Friends. Oh, this is fun. All these fun names. Into it. Oh, let's do this. We're going to use this. We're going to start from this one. I only have 5 minutes, by the way. Did we do the flyer? Did we? Yeah, I could do a flyer. I haven't done it yet. A flyer is just going to have more information. I mean, the flyer and the poster are pretty much the same thing. What does a flyer have? The when, what, where. So the what is the band? Where is Herman's Hideaway? When is obviously the date. So yeah, the poster and the flyer are very similar. But it's cool once you make that one, that one file and you just start duplicating it, you can knock those out super fast. Okay, so we'll go in here. Maybe we want this. I really just like this image back here, by the way. I'm into this image. Let's ungroup it. What is this made of? Oh, they're kind of blocking that out. We have that. Okay. This is so interesting they did this way. But I love this background photo. So what I want to do is I want to copy and paste this. Oh, no, that's what it is. Ooh, there's some cool grain in there. So this is just like a great way to learn. Like, ooh, something went wrong. That's okay. Let's reload this really fast. It's a good way to learn, just kind of pick apart one of those projects. I could see that it had grain on it and stuff. I didn't think of that, but I think those are cool elements to add, right? So you do have that grain. But I want to get back clear down to this image right here. And, oh, I got to hustle because I have an idea. Let's grab our logo. Let's grab this one. And let's take this background image, copy, paste. It's on top. Let's remove background. Cut out that background. Right? Oh, thank you. Cut out that background. I could clean it up some more so I can kind of add, subtract, use my plus and minus, sort of like my my bracket keys to kind of remove more from it, but we'll just go with that. Click auto, that's done. And then I could still put this in a mask. So we'll go down here, we'll go to crop, we'll crop this basically. I'm gonna crop this one just to freeform. This top part, like so. Nobody's gonna really notice this, but oh, I might have cut out too much. But the whole idea is to kind of, I wanted this flower to kind of poke through the logo, was my idea. Bring it in, bring it down. Kind of like that. Like it's poking through. That's the idea. It's not the best cutout, but you can always go in and edit it. So we'll zoom in and we'll just restore. Actually, that looks pretty darn good. What's the big idea here? Let's check transparency, stuff like that. Yeah, so you guys get the idea. It's a race against time. Enhancements. What's going on here? Oh, not much. Okay, like that. So there you go. I'm not sure why it has this, like, it's not as sharp as it should be. Let's turn off enhancements. There we go. That was the problem. Just turn off enhancements. We're good to go. Right? You have that popping out. You can have some fun. We can jump in, you know, cut out some more things to put in there. Just giving you guys some ideas for, you know, the things you can do. It would help to have a skull somewhere in there with some flowers, though. Hee hee. What a great idea. I love it. So yeah, this is the album cover, real fast as well. We can jump in and, you know, still go abstract. Grab this photo, for instance, put it in here, and we do have some blend modes. So I could try to throw that on top, change this to like screen. So now we just have this cool look, as you can tell, for our design. And that is my time, and that's the Full Bleeds playing at Herman's Hideaway, coming up very soon. Actually, October 3rd at 7 p.m. at Herman's Hideaway. But I'm into this. This is kind of fun. Is it not fun? Is it not fast? Did we not create lots of things? Yeah, we did. Were we not able to also jump into our apps that we know and love as well? Like, we could always jump in here, do some edits. We could always take this. We could download the PDF and edit some more as well. So we have a lot of control. You guys get the idea. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this fine Friday. So go forth and create, have fun, and let's stay in touch. So glad you guys are hanging out with me. Thank you. We'll see you guys soon online. Bye.